and my voice also should be audible. So to every one of you, my voice should be clearly audible. My screen should be visible. You see something Pega screen. My voice should be audible and you should be able to see me. Any issue with internet, I'll change the connection between, but there won't be any issue. So last 3 days, day one and day 2 days, we have discussed about what is BPM and what is PEGA. What did we discuss? What is BPM and what is PEGA? These are the two. This is overall a demo. So we understood technically, functionally, what is BPM, what is its use, what is PEGA, what is its use, and why PEGA is called as BPM tool. What is the reason you call PEGA as BPM tool? This is what we have discussed about. మీ కనబడకపోతే ఈ మధ్యలో వేసుకోండి, షిఫ్ట్ అవ్వండి ఇక్కడికి. అక్కడే దూరంలోనే మధ్యలో కూర్చోవచ్చు మీరు. అక్కడి నుంచి తొంగి తొంగి చూసేదానికి. హైట్ తక్కువ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు వచ్చి ముందు కూర్చోండి త్వరగా. హైట్ గా ఉన్న వాళ్ళు వెనకాల కూర్చొని వాళ్ళకి హెల్ప్ చేయండి. సో you sit maybe in the back seat tomorrow, not now, tomorrow. Okay, so this is what, like, you have PEGA and BPM. BPM methodology. BPM means methodology, defines about a development environment. That environment is going to have business rules database, business rules engine, and anyhow transaction model is flow. All this will be there in PEGA, Appian, Cordis, Blaze, OutSystems, any BPM tool. You go and see, rules will be there, rules engine will be there, process commander will be there. I mean to say, like, business rules database, business rules engine, all these will have flow diagram model. Flow diagram means this model. If you go and see, go to Google and see OutSystems also same thing. Go to Appian and see, Appian also same thing. Every BPM tool will have similar structure or architecture, you say, for its development tool. So PEGA is an application development tool. You might have heard PEGA is automation tool, correct? It is not automation of work, it is automation of program development. Simply speaking, development. The application development that you do, it should be done automatically. What does it mean? No coding. No coding means form based programming model. That's what we have discussed. Everything is UI based. Okay, it is UI based. Okay, apart from that, there is one big advantage. What was that? Ready-made functionalities. What was that? What do you mean by ready-made functionalities? See, you yourself can cook food in your home. That is one practice. Other than that, you take Swiggy application and order for the food. So what is the difference? You are getting something ready-made, already cooked and placed. You would be getting in half an hour, 15 to 20 minutes max, half an hour max, let's say. Suppose if you start cooking the same biryani and all, it may take 1.5 hours to 2 hours, right? What is the advantage now? The time is being reduced, efforts are less. Okay, I don't want to comment on taste and all, that depends. Okay, so the same way, if you are going to use ready-made anything, ready-made functionality, the time, your efforts are less and the time of development is also less, correct? So here also same thing. While you are working on PEGA, it is not only something that you create without coding. Suppose if you are writing code without writing code, taking 2 hours, without writing code taking half an hour, for example. Even you are not creating by yourself without writing code, already ready-made functionality is there. How long does it take? 10 minutes. So that's how even PEGA is not only no coding tool, but also a tool with ready-made functionalities. How many functionalities are there like this? considering a business and a business structure, there are n number of different functionalities which are needed in business are available in PRBC. You may not be able to know everything on day one itself. Slowly you'll be learning. But we already know that one functionality called send email notification. There is already one. There is already one functionality called send email notification. Send email notification is for what purpose? To send email notifications. Whenever you wanted to send email notifications from your application by connecting to mailbox, you use it. Practically we'll be using later. Why I am always saying send email notification? Because you can easily understand. Okay, I can show you even other functionalities also. Just if you wish to see that, just for your information, don't focus on navigations at all. That you will be learning slowly. You know about leave request application? One person will submit leave request, another person will receive it, correct? If you receive a task should be available somewhere, correct? You are a designer of application, you need to design the place where the task should be available to you, correct? Now you need to design a screen to submit leave request. Requirement 1. Requirement 2 is design a screen to receive the leave request, either to approve or reject, correct? Both you have to design, right? For receiving part, Pega already provided. You go to this one, my work. What is meant by my work? The work that is being assigned to me. All the task 1, task 2, task 3. కనపడిద్దా మీకు? మధ్యలోకి వచ్చేట్టు కూర్చోండి. Task 1, task 2. How many tasks I have received? I can open the task here and I can start working on it. So if you are doing the code from scratch, generally leave request submission, one screen you need to create. Leave request approval, one screen you need to create. The place where you receive the leave request, either to approve or reject, that place also you have to create or not. That is also one more screen or not. But that you don't need to create in Pega. That is already predefined. That's already ready-made functional. Now I can open, I can either approve or I can reject. Just the screen is different here, but just imagine. Okay, but our focus is on the place where we receive the tasks, leave request tasks that you don't need to create. That is a common functionality in many applications. Is it only leave request will have this type of screen where you will get your tasks? No. Suppose you are a manager in your insurance company. Insurance company manager also should receive some tasks to approve, reject. Insurance should be processed forward to approve or not. 3 chairs వేసుకొని కూర్చోండి పైకి వచ్చేట్టు. ఓకే, సో 2 కనిపిస్తే ఓకే, కనిపించకపోతే 2-3 వేసుకొని కూర్చోండి. సో ఇన్సూరెన్స్ లేదంటే అదర్వైజ్ అదర్ దాన్ దాట్ లోన్ ప్రాసెసింగ్. Loan is processed up to some extent. Manager should review, right? Otherwise financial should review, right? Whether to process forward to approve or not. So there also you have a place where to receive the approval tasks and all, correct? Suppose you are applying for a passport. Your passport details also should be reviewed, means it should be added to someone. Someone should receive it and work on it, correct? So this place is very common, irrespective of your business sector, irrespective of the business. This is very common place where you display all the tasks which are being assigned to me or to someone, correct? So if I log in, it will show my tasks. If you log in, it will show your tasks, not mine. Manager 1, manager 2, different people, right? So this screen is already predefined like this. There are so many predefined functionalities that are needed for the business. For different sectors of business, Pega has already created and built in available. This is called ready-made functionality. What is the advantage of ready-made functionalities? Task will be done in 5 to 10 minutes. The application development is less. Okay, you don't need to think about writing the syntaxes, all this. Even you don't need to think about drag and drop and all. But our learning is going to be this way. We start learning Pega, creating everything from the scratch without writing code. First is learn forward engineering. So create from the scratch, one thing. Use existing ready-made functionality. Second thing, modify the functionality that you created in past. 10 days back you created one functionality by yourself. Today you modify. You doesn't mean only you, your colleague or someone. Okay, means created by us, not provided by Pega. Modify functionalities created by us. Third approach. Fourth approach is modify the functionalities provided by Pega. There also you don't need to change any coding and all. So you need to learn PRPC in all the aspects, not only everything. It's forward engineering, reverse engineering, change request, enhancements. If you learn all these 4 ways, then only you are a full-fledged developer. Forward engineering anyone can do. That's not a big deal. Okay. And also one more thing in Pega is you are not only reverse engineering your functionalities. You are reverse engineering Pega provided ready-made functionalities as well. So you need to focus fully on not only creating your own so-called application, but also understanding Pega environment. This is what a Pega developer means. The second part, whoever knows very well, they are the architects, solution architects. You can drive project by yourself as a single person. First part is junior developer, senior developer, correct? So you are going to learn PRPC in such a way that you are going to act as a solution architect if you fully focus and if you're going to show your dedication to understand the tool. Okay, it is in your hands. And finally, how you are going to take it forward. Okay, my part, I will do it successfully in covering all the aspects, not only these 4. You need to know about how to debug step by step, how it is getting executed. So you need to learn about debugging process. You need to know about how to troubleshoot to find out the issue. So debugging you have to learn, troubleshooting also you have to learn, forward engineering, reverse engineering, change requests, enhancements, debugging, troubleshooting, all this you have to learn or not. Different ways of debugging, different ways of troubleshooting whenever. So we are going to work on a project which covers all of these aspects. Okay. Usually the people who do not have any exposure of IT industry, of any technology, they feel like application development is all about forward engineering. No, forward engineering learning will give you knowledge about the technology only 25 to 30%. That's not a big deal. It is very easy to work from scratch. Easy, dead easy. But the challenges comes into picture when you are working on enhancing the existing functionality. First thing. More challenges comes into picture when you are changing the behavior of the existing function. Enhancement is somewhat easy compared to change request. Means currently it is functioning in one way, understand everything, it should not disturb other functionalities, modify the behavior. This is called change request. Enhancing means current functionality will be as it is, improve something, add something upon it. Okay, it is very simple. First floor is constructed, enhance it to second floor. Somewhat easier. First floor is already constructed, you need to modify the design. Again, internally, so much of modification you have to do. You should know exactly where pipelines are being taken. It should not disturb the existing pipeline system, correct? Modify it. Okay, it is a little bit challenge. And there were some leakages. You need to troubleshoot to find out the issue, right? So troubleshooting is also something challenging. So you need to be in a position to understand the application full-fledged. Means it's not only forward engineering, reverse engineering, enhancement, change request, troubleshooting as well as debugging. All these ways have to be covered in a learning. That's what learning and application development means. It's not simply that you are going to focus only on forward engineering and get the output result. Okay, I have developed a functionality 6 months back. Is there a chance that you are going to get a requirement to enhance my development? I had left the company. Now you are a new employee. So 6 months back, this was being developed, modify it. Will you be getting this type of requirements? Yes or no? Possibility is there. So how do you do that? Then you need to know already developed functionality. That's what you reverse engineer. Then enhance or change it. The functionality which was working 6 months back, today there was some issue. Business not able to understand. They'll come to you as a developer. Please troubleshoot to find out the issue. Now you need to know how to reverse engineer and troubleshoot the issue and debug the issue. So you need to learn all these aspects. See, being a college pass out or maybe being a job seeker who doesn't have any idea about IT industry, many people they feel like learning a technology is learning a project development from the scratch. That's not true. So it should cover all these aspects. It should cover all these aspects. Okay, everyone clear? What are you going to learn about? I'm not saying about the functional requirements. So what are the different aspects of the development in the software engineering? Are you clear about all these things? What are you going to further learn about? You might be enthusiastic about to hands-on on PRPC. Just give me some time. And one more request is, session will begin 9 o'clock. Maximum 1 minute delay you are finding, right? Okay, not more than that. See, people, if you're coming at 9:05, 9:10, 9:15, there is no use. Okay. And even online also, if you're connecting after 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:10, you connect, there's no use. First to 5 minutes, if you're missing the session, everything will be gone, entire 1 hour. Because these are starting days, it might be okay. Okay, let's begin now. So we have requested every one of you to install Pega PRPC on your system. I think 85% of the people are done. Very few people have reported an issue. Okay, some people, they did not follow the steps that are given. They blindly started. That's why they faced issue. Most of the people. But if you follow the steps closely, definitely you should be able to install it. Now this is PRPC environment, right? I will take 5 more minutes to explain this process. See, after you install Pega, you would have got a login screen, right? Okay, you would have logged into Pega after your installation is done. What are the credentials? Administrator @pega.com. What is password? Install. You have used these credentials and logged in. After you log into Pega, as you do not know anything about Pega, you have to close everything, right? So you would have closed it this way. It was being told in the video or not? At the left bottom corner of the screen, if you're not able to see, no problem. Understand? Left bottom corner of the screen, you have log off button, correct? Choose log off, you logged off and you close it to the browser. Regular practice. Every day you want to work on Pega, open PRPC, log in, work, and after completed, log off. Understand everyone, this is clear? Just now we started our session, today's session. Clear everyone? Next, you have a command prompt running, isn't it? Command prompt running, right? How did you deal with this? I'm just asking you. How did you deal with this? Did you close it directly? It was being told in the video. Never close this directly. I'll tell you what happened when you do installation process. When you do installation process, just let me open a new Word document. Hold on. When you do installation process, okay, see here. Pega was being installed, that you are aware of, that it has installed Java. It has installed Tomcat application server. What was that? Tomcat application server. It has installed database. This is PGSQL environment, correct? Postgres. This is the place where it would have taken a time of around 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Failure also will happen, database unable to connect and all. These two will not take more than 2 minutes to get installed. Overall, your installation process might have taken 25 minutes, 30 minutes, some people 1 hour, some people 15 minutes. Minimum 10 minutes it would have taken, correct? Overall process, database will take much time. All these have been integratedly installed on your system. Done. After installation is done, you might have observed a command prompt running and PRPC login screen you would have got. So remember one thing, you should never close this command prompt directly. Closing this means you are killing Tomcat server. What are you doing? You're killing the process of Tomcat server. Killing a process will close everything abruptly. Next time when you try to start, there may be an issue. But so suppose if I close directly, I'm closing it. But instead, what you should do? Instead of closing, there are 3 icons that you have got after your installation. Startup, login, shutdown. I placed these 3 icons in an order.
ఈ కవర్ లో పెట్టిన ఛార్జింగ్ మిషన్ బాగా ఫ్యాన్ కూడా కవర్ లో పెట్టు.
Please mute. If you're talking to someone else, please be on mute. Startup, login, shutdown. Make sense? Actually, this command prompt for the first time it will open. That means startup is already automatically done. Usually you have to manually do. First time when your installation is done, startup is done automatically. Now you need to proceed with login. Login also done automatically, got login screen automatically. Now shutdown. After your task is finished, you shut down. So usual regular day-to-day process is what? Startup, login, and shutdown. This process, if you follow, everything will be pretty much plain. But it is possible you or me would be facing some issues in this. Sometimes we have to forcefully close it. It will not get closed. I closed it. If I start now, it may not start properly. Usual process is, if you want to work on Pega, if you simply click on login, it won't show login screen. Okay, it says 404 server not found, or it loads page cannot be connected, unable to connect. As long as your server is not running, you cannot work on Pega. If you want to see Pega login screen and log into Pega, server should be up and running. For that, what you should do? You should start up. You should start up. So, startup will successfully start the server when you stop properly. Proper way, if you stop, proper way it will start. You kill the process of stopping, then it may not start properly. See, it is possible for all of you. You would face issues when you start and login, it won't function. It is possible even for me also. We have found a workaround for this. Just now you have seen that I killed the process, correct? I closed the command prompts directly without waiting for shutdown. Imagine if I start also, it won't start. Now, this video you need to refer in future. Anytime if you face issue, remember Monday, October 31st video, you need to refer for the workaround process. Okay. You would have installed Pega on some drive, right? C drive or D drive, somewhere you install Pega. The drive wherever you have installed Pega, you would see a folder. What is the folder by name? PRPC Personal Edition. You should never delete this. Remember, deleting this is uninstalling simply. You need to open this folder. In this, you have Tomcat. Open this. Listen to me carefully. There are two folders: Kafka, Kafka data. Our focus is only Kafka data. So you need to go to the place where you install Pega drive, C drive, D drive, E drive. Somewhere you would have installed, correct? In that particular hard disk drive, you will see a folder called PRPC Personal Edition Tomcat. You go there, then you see Kafka data, correct? This one you select and delete this. Right click, delete. It won't get deleted. I'm sorry. You do this process. Shift delete. Shift delete means permanently deleting. It will ask you confirmation. I am confirming to delete. It says there is a file called lock. It cannot be deleted. Select this checkbox and skip. Some of the files will be deleted. Lock file is not getting deleted, right? Now, after this is done, open the folder. Lock file is there still. Select the file independently. Shift to delete again and say yes. Deleted. This time also it may show prompt. It cannot be deleted. You click on yes, yes, yes multiple times. It will get deleted ultimately. Come back and now you shift to delete the folder. It gets deleted completely. Done? Completed? You understand how to do it? Shift to delete. It will lock. It will show lock file. Select that and then say OK. Skip it. After that, open the Kafka data folder. Sort the files. You'll see lock file. Select lock file. Shift delete. Come back and shift delete Kafka data. Ultimately, we deleted Kafka data. This is the workaround. Now, if you start, it will start. Now, if you do startup, it will start. Anytime if you want to work on Pega, first step is startup. What is the first step? Startup. It will open a command prompt. How long does it take to start the server? For me, it may take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, maximum worst case. For any one of you, even if you have 16 GB of RAM, 32 GB, whatever the RAM speed, it is possible for first 1 week PRPC is going to be slow. Your system should be as usual, normal. Your laptop should be normal speed. I'm talking only about Pega. Pega environment may be little slow for first 1 week. After that, it will be normal speed. Understand everyone? It may get loaded. You have 8 GB RAM. You have 16 GB RAM. Both of you may face same issue. For 1 week till it creates cache, it will be slow. Anyhow, first step is startup. How long should I wait for this command prompt to run? I don't know. Actually, what happens is, after running for some time, it will display a message. What is the message it will display? I'll show you. It will display a message like server startup in so and so milliseconds. Not exactly same number. A number can be anything. Okay. Server startup in so and so milliseconds. If you see this message on this particular command prompt at some place, means your server is started. You can now log in. But is it easy to find out that message? There are so many messages running. You don't need to even bother about it. As long as you want to work on Pega, you should minimize this command prompt. You should not close. Minimize this, keep it. Now you double click on login. Startup is the first step. Command prompt will run. Wait for 5 minutes. Minimize the command prompt. Now you do what? Double click on login. It will be keep on running the window. It is keep on running means server is still loading. Server is yet to come up. Once it comes up, it should show server startup in so and so milliseconds. It is still loading means it is still server is still coming. Okay. Sometimes you may place your cursor here and click enter so that it will proceed forward if it is stucking, but it won't usually happen. So it will go. So for me, usually it is taking even 5 minutes. It is taking, right? For you, it may take 15 minutes also. For first 1 week, it will be slow. For some people, it may take 15 minutes. But one request is all of you should increase your system RAM to 8 GB. By this time, everyone has increased it if it is not already. I think 4 GB with SSD will work. Did you try? Did anyone try that? Hard disk 8 GB. If you are having SSD, 4 GB may work out. Just see once. If it is dead slow, then improve. Just increase the RAM to 8 GB. You see server startup message. Server startup in a millisecond. The moment you got this message, login screen loaded. You don't even need to bother about this message. Minimize and leave it. Click on login after 5 minutes. Login screen will get loaded within 5 to 10 minutes. It got loaded. What are the default credentials? Administrator for the first time @pega.com. Password is install. This is the way that you need to access PRPC environment in your laptop. In reality, this is not the approach. In reality, I will tell you later. Okay, in real world, you don't need to start up and all. You will be given with this URL. Open your browser and enter the URL. You'll get login screen. Servers will be managed by admin teams. You don't need to bother about it. Startup and all. This is in home version. I mean, like your personal laptop. So again, after your work is done, 1 hour you have worked, log off. So evening again, I want to work on Pega. I don't need to shut down init every time when I log off. I can minimize this as it is. I do my work, other tasks. I don't close this command prompt. Evening, I'll just directly double click on login. I'll get the login screen. So every day before you shut down your laptop in the evening, then you make sure you shut down the server. The process is start up first, wait for 10 to 15 minutes, login and work on Pega, completed, log off, but never close this command prompt. You do never close this command prompt. Do what? Shut down. Double clicking on shutdown should automatically close that command prompt. I told you, right? Sometime double click on shutdown also will not work. What would you do? There's no other go. Directly close this, but don't close it every time. Try to use double click on shutdown. Sometimes if there is an issue, what you do? PRPC personal edition folder, Tomcat, shift delete Kafka data, lock file, shift delete Kafka data completely. Done. Come back and start up. It will start. So I request all of you, never uninstall Pega. As you know, the uninstallation process, shift deleting PRPC personal edition, never do it. Today, if you are able to log in once, at least once for lifetime, if you are able to log into PRPC successfully, any issues in future, come back and talk to me. Okay, we'll fix the issue and get the access to environment, but you never uninstall simply without reaching out to me. This is clear, everyone? Startup login shutdown process clear, everyone? Everyone online respond on the charting window. Are you clear? Don't as of now, we don't discuss why do we delete all that, what is there inside and all. Just follow the process because you are a beginner. Okay, you will be learning later what is there inside Kafka data after some time. Make sense, everyone? Clear so far? This is on yes. Backside remote. Just give me 1 minute. Just pass it. Okay. So everyone clear so far? Now let's come into PRPC. Let's understand in a generic way first. See, why do we use Pega? What is the reason we use Pega? Pega is used for application development, right? This is where we are going to start. This is the definition you have given. Pega, this is the point you told. Pega is used for application development. First, let's start discussing about what is an application. Tell me names of some of the applications that you are aware of. Any application of your wish. Amazon application, Google Pay, that you see in your day-to-day life. What are the applications you see in your day-to-day life? Amazon application, Flipkart application, travel ticket booking application, movie ticket booking application,
Internet banking.
okay. Yes, phone banking applications, net banking applications, Google Pay, Phone Pay, all this you see. You define what is an application now. In terms of software, what is an application? No. What does an application contains? You just go to an application and see the application. What does it contains?
It contains
Functionalities. Application
layouts,
contains what?
controls.
Functional. An application contains functionalities. Tell me the names of some of the functionalities that you are aware of when you access Amazon application. Each individual functional component, you can easily guess this is the regular day-to-day life you are accessing. Amazon or Flipkart or any application. What are the different functional components that you come across when you are accessing GPay, Phone Pay? You tell me. Functional components. I'm asking functionalities, not the attributes. Functionalities. Amazon application. You tell me functional components. Search. Product search. Overall is one functionality or not? Product display. That is also one functionality. Two functionalities. Product search. Products catalog. Two different functionalities works together. Obviously. Other than these two, what are the other functionalities? Cart. Cart itself is one functional component. Yes or no? Cart is one
Order.
functional component. Next, payment gateway is one functionality. Next, order history is one functionality. Account creation is one functionality. Yes or no? Account updating is one functionality. So many functional components are there. Application contains what? Functional components. That's it. Every application contains some functional components. Usually, these functional components works together in order to achieve required business goals. Correct? Search engine works to display catalog. You select the product selected will get added to cart. Cart will collaboratively work with products, okay, to load and then take it to checkout. Checkout screen is going to collaborate with cart, take everything, all the information and display in the checkout form. Take it to payment gateway collaborate with checkout screen, take the amount from the checkout screen and allow you to make the payment. Finally completed. Email integration is there. Sending email, SMS or email functionality collaboratively work with payment screen and product screen to give you information about what is the amount you paid, what are the products you purchased, what is the order ID. Yes or no? All the functionalities are collaboratively working together. Simply in general terminology, in terms of software, a software application is collection of functionalities. Yes or no? Okay. So you are creating application means you have to create functionalities inside application to run your business, correct? That's what we are going to learn. Okay. So let me open a document. This is where we are going to start before we get into Pega. Application is set of functionalities which will be developed by using some technology. In terms of software, an application contains functionality. It is set of different functionalities which you are going to develop by using UI technology, database technologies, and business logic technologies. If it is search engine is business logic or UI or database? Search engine means you enter product name. So entering product name and displaying products, is it UI or business logic or database? UI. Click on search. Search should happen, right? This functionality related to UI, business logic or database? Business logic plus database, both. Business logic plus database interaction, correct? So application functionality can be a UI functionality, a business logic functional component, or maybe a database functional component. Everyone clear? Everyone following or not? Every one of you. Okay. So application is set of functionalities which is being developed by using some technology. What is the purpose of application? To achieve your business goals, correct? Application is used to achieve your business goals. Application is set of functionalities providing business solutions. The same is diagrammatically being mentioned. Simple diagram. Okay. So outer square box is application, internal square boxes are functionalities. UI functionalities, database functionalities, business logic functional. It can be anything, all. And next, see, whenever a business, see, you need to think about it as a developer, because you are all learning in order to develop applications, right? You are a developer now. You are being given with a business requirement. Okay, a client has come to you, business vendor is giving you a requirement saying, could you please create a software application for our business? He is explaining you all his business. You would start creating application, right? Okay, you created application, functionality is created, you have delivered the product to client was able to access it. Up to this, everyone clear? Now, whenever you create your business application, you need to think about not only today, future enhancements also you need to consider. So today you started business. Are you going to grow business to different ways? I'll tell you an example. We started this training with Pega, this academy, Harsha Trainings Academy started with Pega training. Okay, is this only Pega training today we are teaching? No, we have Pega training, we have Salesforce, we have DevOps, we have Python. We are just enhancing to take our respective education into different streams. You call this in business as line of business. What do you call this? These are all terminology that you use in your day-to-day life when you join a project. What is that? Line of business. To understand it very easy, you have engineering. Engineering has, I mean, like BTech or BE. BTech or BE, let's take that, technical. Okay. So it has computer science, IT, electronics, mechanical, right? This one, you call it as branches, correct? Or you call it as streams, correct? The same in a business, you call it as line of one business having line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, like this. So Pega training, DevOps training, like this. Suppose you take this as a bank. Bank is a business. What are different lines of business? Banking. What else? Personal banking, corporate banking, loans. What else? Insurance. Each one is one line of business. Understand? Each one is one line of business. Each line of business is specific to one specific transaction. This terminology you should know. So my application contains, when you are explaining project, my application is having 4 lines of business. This is how you need to use the terminology in IT field. Okay, those who are already working, you might be aware of this. But what about job seekers? You must know now. And whenever we come across terminology like this, simply you can make a note in your notebook, line of business. Okay, so now whenever you develop applications, today I am setting up my banking for pure banking. Tomorrow I will provide loans also. Day after tomorrow I may take my business into insurance sector as well, right? You need to fully focus on future enhancements as well. You may not be able to guess everything about future, correct? But up to some extent, will you be able to have a vision or not? Okay, so you make sure that your application should be easily, it should be able to easily uh, having the features of enhancements. It should be able to be easily enhanced in future. Okay, that's what you extend your application. You can be able to easily extend your application. That's what you need to think about always. Today I am setting up my business. Okay, up to my scope I'll see my business today, and even future also I should be able to guess how to improve it. Okay, now whenever you create application, generally it is a best practice that you create 2 applications. It is a best practice that you create how many applications? So why 2 for one business? I'll tell you. Okay, first, so we are now going to discuss about what are those 2 specific 2 applications. One is called as framework application. Second one is called as implementation. Remember one thing, I am not only talking about Pega. This is very generic. You're working on Java, you're working on .NET, you're working on mainframes, any other technologies. This concept is universal concept. Concept is universal. So far everyone following, I have told you about what is an application. The next question is, what are the types of applications that you need to create for your business? I'm giving you information that 2 types of applications that you create for your business as a best practice. What is the meaning of adding further statement as a best practice? Which means that it is not mandatory. It is not mandatory that your application should have 2 applications, your business. It can be even you can run your business using only one also. But why 2 is the question that we come across. So as a best practice of designing your business platform, it's a fundamental. Creating application is foundation, correct? So you set up your foundation in a best way, having framework application and implementation application. These are 2 different application types. What are those? Framework application and implementation application. Make sense about a statement? You will be learning the reasons why. First of all, let's try to understand what is the meaning of statement or the word framework. You don't need to think about software. In general also you can guess. What is your guess about framework?
To have some common function.
Yeah, you can say that template. What is it? What do you understand by template? Yes. See, I'll tell you one example. I wanted to provide all of you with a certificate after your course is finished. Certificate doesn't mean like CSA certificate and all. Course completion certificate. So every course completion certificate is going to have the logo of Harsha Trainings Academy and congratulations, certificate of recognition, name dash. Okay, and course name dash, start date dash, end date dash, signature. I mean, like with warm regards or congratulations, signature, stamp. Out of all this overall certificate, what are the common things that you see in all the certificates? All of you got certificate. Only stamp. Logo is common. Certificate of recognition, that sentence is common. Full name is common. Start date is common. End date is, I'm not talking about value. The text of start date, end date, course name, common. What actually changes? Name of the person that you write will change. Okay, the value at the name will change. Start date may change. End date may change from batch to batch. Okay, course name may change from Pega to DevOps. Now, apart from these values, remaining portion of the certificate is template, right? Every time do I need to draft to create the certificate from beginning? All right, what do I do? Okay, this is common, right? I'll create one template. I'll design a template and place it. Every time when I have to give it to some specific person, I'll write down their name. I'll type their name, start date, end date, course name, and then I will provide them. So now the common functionality of your entire business is said to be framework. Common functionalities collectively in an application called framework application. What is specific here? Name is specific. Start date may be specific. Course name may be specific, correct? Specific things are going to be placed in a application called implementation application. Everyone clear? Framework means a template application. Framework means a template application with what type of functionalities? Common functionalities of your entire business. Understand? Now, implementation is specific functionalities of specific business type. I mean, like specific line of business. Specific line of business. I will explain you with an example. Okay, look at here. You take an insurance application, core insurance. I want two lines of business. One is vehicle insurance. Second one is health insurance. And core insurance is actually my insurance business. I have created three applications. One is core insurance application. On top of it, two applications: vehicle, health insurance. How many are there? Total 3. If you closely observe, these two are at same level, parallel siblings. This is at bottom level. Okay, because you are seeing it as a stack. Look at here now. So framework application is meant for maintaining common functionalities which can be used across different implementations. I'll explain you this diagrammatically. You take vehicle insurance and health insurance. See, any type of insurance if a person wanted to take, either health insurance or vehicle insurance for the vehicle, or maybe life insurance, or maybe home insurance, any insurance, we need a form to collect the basic details of the customer. Yes or no? What is the customer's first name? What is the customer last name? Customer date of birth, customer address, customer ID number, customer phone number, customer email. This form, is it different for each type of insurance or common for all types of insurance? How do you know it is common? Because you know the business. So it is important as a developer, you should know the business apart from technology. Because you know the business, you are saying. If you don't know business, knowing technology, will you be able to say this? So business has highest priority of understanding than technology. Technology 30% only, business is 70%. Okay, now you know the business, you told this is commonly can be used for all this. In software, what would you do? You create a HTML form, add all the fields, right? This is a common form which should be accessible to vehicle insurance line of business, health insurance line of business, life insurance line of business, home insurance line of business. All lines of business, this particular functional component of user interface form to be commonly used. That you understand? You create 4 times or only 1 time? Only 1 time. That means you create this functional component in framework application because it is a common functionality. Address form, billing address, shipping address, common or specific? Common. Email notification, content may change, matter may change, but email integration functionality, same or not? Email integration functionality is also same. Door దగ్గర కూర్చున్నా అర్థమవుతుందా? ఫాలో అవుతున్నారా? Email notification functionality is also same. Make sense? Overall functional component. I'm not talking about matter. Matter may change. Okay, I told you, right? Certificate form, matter may change, overall template is same. Payment checkout screen, payment gateway screen, common or not? Any insurance you take, in order to pay the premium, same screen, debit card, credit card, UPI payment, net banking, all these options are same. Whatever the one you want to choose, you choose. Common functionalities we need to identify in the overall business, create those functionalities and place in framework. Now coming to specific functionalities, what are those? I'll tell you. I'm giving you a requirement considering vehicle insurance screen, vehicle insurance, health insurance, 2 insurances. I'm giving you one requirement. I will talk about UI because you can easily understand. I want you to create a screen to display coverages. What is that? Coverages means under which liability it will be covered. You're liable to get the claim for a coverage of vehicle insurance coverages, health insurance coverages. Both are same or different? You think about generally in a real life perspective. Vehicle will be covered for a damage of body, for an accident that is been done by the customer or maybe other person. Okay, maybe for any other different defects or something like that. Okay, health insurance will be covered for some health related issues, some diseases, 24 hours joining hospital, you can make a claim, that will be covered. Chronic diseases will not be covered. Okay, disease that is going to happen after taking insurance may be covered if you are undergoing the treatment like this, or maybe some of the other things like this. So coverages screen to display list of coverages completely different from vehicle insurance to health insurance, correct? So these are specific or common. Specific business requirements, functional components you create in specific line of business application, that is called implementation application. What is the application? So whenever you given a business requirement, you need to place the functional component either in framework application or implementation application. Which one to place? How do you know? You should know the business. Okay, I will give you one requirement. I want you to create a screen to capture the driver's information, primary driver, secondary driver. Is that related to vehicle insurance or health insurance? Vehicle insurance. Where do you create that? In the implementation application. Understand everyone? Clear? So like this, common functionalities we have to place in framework application, specific functionalities of specific line of business we create in implementation application. Okay, you are doing this now. You understand that which type of functionalities to be placed where. That's what you understand, but you don't know what is the advantage of creating this, correct? So now we need to understand the advantage. The advantage is framework application is a template that will be accessible to all implementations. Framework application is a template will be accessible to all because implementation applications, while you create, we would be creating it on framework. First we set up framework as a platform. On top of it we create implementation application. 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, n number of implementation applications we can create on single framework possible. Now all implementation applications will have the ability to access the functionalities of framework application. I'll tell you one generic example. Imagine there is a house. In a house we have a hall, common hall, and bedroom 1, bedroom 2. That's it. Leave about kitchen. Okay, common hall, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and we have a TV. TV is there in bedroom 1. The people who are in bedroom 1 can access the TV and watch it. Bedroom 2 also, there are people who wanted to watch the TV. They should be watching when there is a TV in bedroom 2. So bedroom 2 also we have fixed TV 2, second TV. So now total how many TVs are there? In each bedroom one TV is there. Instead of having this one in 2 different places again and again, and now place the TV in a common hall. So if you're going to fix the TV in a common hall, people from bedroom 1 can access it, people from bedroom 2 also can access it, correct? Everyone clear? So now what is the advantage? You tell me generally what is the advantage? Cost is reduced to what you are saying. Cost is reduced because you are not doing it redundantly. 2 times you are not doing. Only one TV you purchased, placed it in a common place. Cost is reduced as a result. What else? Easy to maintain. Easy to maintain. So like this, if you are going to create functionalities in framework and implementation structure, if you place common functionalities in framework, those will be accessible to all implementations. Implementation 1, implementation 2, implementation 3, 4 times I don't need to create. 4 TVs, 4 bedrooms I don't need to place. Only one place commonly I'll place it in hull. Same way, that functional component I create only once. Create in where? Framework application, and that will be accessible to implementation 1, implementation 2, implementation 3. Now the advantages are reusability of features. One place, one time you create and put it in one place, reuse it into implementation 1, implementation 2, implementation 3, implementation n. Understand? Easy to maintain or not? I need a change. 4 places I need to change or only one place? Only one place I need to make a change. It will reflect into all 4 different implementations. Easy to extend the business. This is the key point actually. What is the main thing? Easy to extend your business. This approach, if you follow, it is easy to extend. Meaning that today you have 2 lines of business: insurance, vehicle insurance, health insurance. Tomorrow home insurance is being added. Do you need to create everything from the scratch? No need to create everything from the scratch. Already so many common functionalities are there. Create your home insurance on top of existing framework, access all existing functionalities, create some specific functionalities. Time is reduced in development or not? Easy to maintain, easy to access, easy to extend your business. This is the advantage of creating. Is it mandatory to follow? No. I'll create only one implementation and do it, no problem. But disadvantages are extending is difficult, maintenance is difficult, recreation should happen every time you set up a new line of business. To avoid all that, we go for framework and implementation architecture of application. Is this only related to Pega? So far that I have explained you. It is common if you go to .NET, Java, anywhere in this world, any technology, if you set up the foundation of your application, business application, to have framework plus implementation model, you will see so many advantages of easy maintenance, no redundancy, easy to extend, cost effective. Right? If you are taking a developer, 1 hour it has taken to develop one functionality. Again, if you are developing the same functionality, it will take 1 more hour, right? By another resource. 2 times you are paying 2 different developers, right? So instead of that starting you develop, reuse it. Cost is also reduced, right? In future, this is the advantage. So when you are learning Pega, when you are going to create our application, minimum how many applications we are going to create? 2. What is the one application? Framework 1. And what is the other one? Total we are going to create 2 applications minimum, having 1 line of business only, but applications how many? 2. One we set up as a framework, another one we set up as a implementation. So our application, our business, whatever that we are going to implement, is going to have minimum 2 applications. Wherever you go in this world, in Pega world, you'll see both. Okay, that's the best practice. Tech leads will follow the same. Anyone has any doubts, any questions? Anyone online has any questions or any doubts in this concept? See, I will be sharing you this document. You need to go through this document up to here, this 3rd point. From here onwards, I'll explain tomorrow. Okay, because I don't want to rush and finish this. Everyone clear? Makes sense so far? I'll ask you one question. See, Pega rules process command environment has ready-made functionalities. We already discussed, right? Inside Pega platform, it already has functionalities. Does it mean, can I say Pega platform is also an application? Because we already discussed, application is something which contains functional components, correct? Pega platform, we have seen send email functionality is there. So many functionalities are there. If Pega platform already contains functionalities, does it mean Pega platform is also an application? Yes or no? Yes. So instead of looking at a PRPC as a tool, this is an application which contains so many functionalities. Now another question. Pega platform contains application functionalities. So I called it as an application. Okay. So a person from banking business can purchase Pega platform. A person from insurance business can purchase Pega platform. Person from healthcare can purchase Pega platform. I want it for my administrative tasks and all. I can purchase Pega platform and use it. So the functionalities that are there in Pega platform can be used for different sectors of the business across the globe. Does it mean the functionalities provided in Pega platform are common functionalities for different lines, different sectors of the business? Yes or no? Yes. Common functionality, right? So Pega platform contains functionalities that do common functionalities of different sectors of the business. Now, can I say Pega platform is a framework application? Yes or no? So instead of looking at Pega platform as a tool, understand one thing, that this is an application. This is a product. So this is a framework application product, on which you are creating your own business frameworks and your own business implementation. That means creating framework 1, framework 2, framework 3, framework 4, on top of it implementation 1, 2, 3, 4 possible. An application can have how many frameworks? Already Pega framework is there. On top of it, my business specific framework I am creating. On top of my overall business framework, I am creating my business implementation 1, 2, 3, 4. This structure can be n number of levels. Framework 1, framework 2. Pega platform itself, you always have to look at it as a framework application with some common functionalities of different business sectors. Understand? Everyone clear? So today what did we discuss in summary? We discussed about what is an application. We understood it. What are the types of applications? Framework and implementation. This is nothing to deal with. The main point to deal with, why two different types of applications for a business? That's the main key point. One should know about the reasons why you need to have a setup of foundation of application for your business to have two different types of applications. What is the reason? Easy to maintain, easy to extend. This is the key point. Extension of your business should be easy in future. So easy to maintain, easy to extend, cost effective, and there is no redundancy and all reusability. These are the advantages. This is how you need to understand the technology in the reality. Okay, you don't need to go for complex examples. Take a hotel business. I had set up one hotel in Hyderabad. 1 year it is difficult. I streamlined a lot of process to run this. I'm going to set up a new hotel in Vizag. Is it going to be same difficulty or easy? Easy. Why easy? The process I followed here, I'll apply there. Right? I'm going to apply the same process which I have followed, struggled for 1 year and streamlined it, right? Same I'll apply. So it will be easy to extend your business in future. Okay. So that's it from my end. Any questions, any doubts? You will be receiving this document in some time. Starting from Pega as an application, it is a bit confusing. There is no confusion. Simple. If you understand, if you have joined the session, last 2 sessions, it will be easy. Pega PRPC environment has ready-made functionalities, right? At the very beginning of this session, we discussed like application contains functionalities. Pega platform contains functionalities, right? That means Pega platform is also one application. Pega platform can be purchased by different business vendors to develop different business applications. That means the application functionalities that are there in Pega platform are common functionalities, correct? Common functionalities are there means that means it's a framework application or not. That's why I just concluded Pega platform is not a tool. It's a framework application with so many common ready-made functionalities. Make sense? Every one of you. Okay. So we always think about, see, I already told 2 times. You delete Kafka, delete it. Okay. You will know the reasons what is there, why you need to delete later. But I told this as of now for you as a workaround to start the server when it is abruptly closed. Closing, you abruptly closed it, right? Then you wanted to bring it up once again properly. Workaround is deleting Kafka data. Follow that video once again. Anytime if your server is not starting, what would you do? Don't come back to me. Day 1 video, this day video, watch that process of Kafka deleting. Then you follow that. Startup, it will start for sure. Never delete above folder Kafka. I cannot help you if you delete that. So just do it slowly, okay, and carefully. Select Kafka delete and shift delete.